Hello and welcome. This podcast is brought to you by The Intelligence. People over power. Consumerism in Great Indian Sale and Big Billion Day. We are consumers. We are a byproduct of lifestyle obsession. Murder, poverty, crime doesn't concern me. What concerns me are celebrity magazines, television with 500 channels, and some guy's name on my underwear. This is a dialogue from the movie Fight Club. Just a fortnight away from Great India's biggest online sale, awaiting to hit the internet, we take a look back into the history of consumerism and mass production, understanding how advertising, globalization influenced the mass consuming society. Also, we shall look at other emerging cultures like minimalism, let it go, etc. Starting in the 18th century, wages in Northeast Europe increased remarkably, which led to an increase in consumption and a vicious cycle of economy emerged. This period is considered to be the first consumer evolution from which industries span from widespread demand and supply. Later, in the second half of the 19th century, in the departmental store, the practices of shopping were initiated. Followed by this, after the 1950s, a mass society consumption started, which we call as the Americanization of the society. In 1899, American economist and sociologist Veblen proposed a term called conspicuous consumption to describe the consumer practices of consuming goods of higher quality or in greater quantities that were considered necessary to him. He argued that for a conspicuous consumer, economic power is either to meet or to keep up a social status through public display. The concept of consumerism stems from a conspicuous consumption. If we think of the early 21st century, revolution lifestyle changes, we should not forget that the internet has done to the world. With globalization, blurring the boundaries of locality, whether to be a local manufacturer or global, we managed to bring it on one market called as online. These kind of sales are already existing in America, China as Black Friday, China Single Day, etc. On occasions like Easter, Independence Day, Labour's Day, Boxing Day, Black November, etc. could become events for great sales. Most of the items target set for the year would do X times greater sales than previous year. Flipkart first introduced Big Billion Day in India in 2014, followed by Amazon. In these events, a variety of sale will be planned by the organizers. It all includes launching new mobiles, TVs, laptops, games, etc. Attracting through organized credit inventions such as coins, pre-booking discounts, etc. And in a recent press meet, the CEO has announced that they are going to give more preference to the local products this time. These events are considered as major platform of cultivating consumerism culture. Gone are those days where you need to systematically budget something to buy. Today, we caught up in EMIs because the alternatives in the markets are invisible to make EMIs become mainstream. In these mega sale events, we can purchase anything through EMI, and with SBI credit card, we can avail a flat 10% discount, and with HDFC ICICI Bank to avail up to 5% discounts. And also a cashback with UPI payment like Paytm, Prime, etc. Though we are not attempting to objectify the value of consumerism, if we look closely, there is a huge difference in a grocery bill when we are shopping in a retail outlet like More, Heritage, Ratnadeep, etc., comparing it to writing out the items before we go to the shopkeeper. This is just an attempt to understand how the cultural setup of a retail outlet can influence our grocery bill by attracting through advertisement, branding, packing, etc. Similarly, events like Super Sale Days have the influence to make us believe that the product is worth buying, which actually is not. Globalization and advertising went hand in hand, leading to mass consumption and production, which never happened in history before. In 2019, the amount earned by Google through advertisement is 135 billion USD, 996 crores in Indian rupees. According to PPC report, the average advertisement to which we expose on a day is more than 10,000, including websites, social media apps, on roads, etc. Most of these ads encourage people to buy happiness through the product advertising through celebrities, which also brings a sense that we are not complete without purchasing them. Fairness, body shaming, gender, nationality, culture, fitness, whatever the tool it is, makes the consumer inferior till he or she purchases the happiness wrapped in the product. The change in marketing is also so familiar, and in fact, it's huge. According to some research, the expenses on marketing have increased or rather surpassed the cost put in R&D. Whether it be plastic or cardboard, the effects on all over material consumption will adversely impact on the environment. Polluting water, earth, air, the cluster emerging from mass production influencing the life quality of human and animals in some way or the other. Today, the annual production of plastic is around 275 million tons, of which 50% is single-usable plastic, and 13 million tons dumped into the sea, polluting the ecosystem. Already, some countries have chalked out plans to tackle plastic pollution, but still none of them have come up with a model yet. In the process, cultures like minimalism started to consciously choose the products they are already interested in. Minimalism is a philosophy that existed from 1978, where its roots share into some disciplines such as sociology, literature, cultural studies, etc. People who follow minimalism are called minimalists, who cut the material consumption as much as possible and choose the product they are really interested in. However, the idea of consumerism and minimalism is debatable in various dimensions. We should be observant enough about our behaviors in reciprocations to the interaction with platforms like Amazon and Flipkart.